Hey team, today we're going to be watching a fight between Shohei Ono of Japan and Chaine of France. This happened last year at the World Team Championships in Tokyo at the 73 kilo division, or 160 pounds and under. Just for future reference, if you're wanting to study this fight on your own, or if you wanted to watch any other fights between these two athletes, you can just go to judoinside.com. You can type in their names right here, or any other judoka's names. You'll be able to see anything you want about those judokas as far as their career goes, like their stats, their win-to-loss ratio, any fights they may have had that are recorded in the past. It's a great website to be able to study professional judoka. So we'll go ahead and expand the screen here. Before I even start, there's a lot to take into this, especially if you're a beginner to judo. This is in Tokyo, so this venue is no joke, right? So this right here is not all of the venue. You got to keep in mind there's also two, or there might even be two on this side, one on this side, full-sized mats filled. So this is a stadium. This is not your high school gym. This is not a basketball court, right? This is a coliseum dedicated to judo. So not only do you have these two stands right here that are packed, this is teams too, so it's not as packed as it was for individuals. You also have two or three probably more stands above that. Going to start this off. This is the referee. He's in charge of telling the athletes and the coaches, right? This is Japan. This is France. The coaches for them. He's in charge of telling them to get onto the mat. He's also in charge of refereeing, obviously. There you go. So they come onto the mat, hands up. The referee says Hajime, and they get right into it. Now, just right off of that, there's a lot to study, especially if you're a beginner. These athletes are into their fight and only their fight. I can't even begin to tell you how many people are in this Coliseum because I just don't know. But I can tell you there's a lot of them. And I can also tell you they're not focused on any of those people. They're focused on the person in front of them. So Japan's focused on France. France is focused on Japan. Nothing else. They're not looking up at the stands, looking for their mom and dad. They're not thinking about what they're going to be having for dinner tonight. They're thinking about winning. They're thinking about winning, and they're thinking about how their game plan is going to work out. Okay? So, as you can see, again, they got straight into it. Their hands are up. And they're in the fighting stance. They're going straight into the gripping game. And in this particular shuffle here, they're both going for the sleeves. Now remember, the important thing about trying to get these sleeves is that if you get rid of somebody's power hand sleeve, which you can see here, white has blue sleeve, then whoever has the sleeve is at an advantage. Now you might be saying, well, blue has white sleeve too, but white, or Japan, has the bottom of France sleeve, right? France has the top of the sleeve, which is fine, but the bottom of the sleeve, in 99% of the cases, is way more powerful than if you were to get the top of the sleeve. So here they are grip fighting right away. A lot's going on in this shuffle, okay? Gripping consists of a lot. Well, three things, if you want to call that a lot. First thing, gripping. Get your grip on the gi. Second thing, movement, okay? In your fighting stance. You always stay in your fighting stance. Never go square. Never change to the other side unless it's a special situation, right? But 99% of the time, again, you're going to be staying in your fighting stance. Now, when you're in your fighting stance, movement is important. You can either circle or you can go side to the side. But you cannot leave your fighting stance. I can't stress that enough. And you will be able to see that during this entire match. So they're gripping and they're moving. What's the third part? Sweeping. Just like he just did. Let's go ahead and see it again. Sweep, right? Ashiwaza is what that's called. Now, you imagine this. Somebody's coming at you. They're gripping you, they're moving you, and they're doing this foot sweeps. That's a lot coming at you at once. You're not going to be able to focus on just one thing. There's a lot to be able to think of in that situation, and it can get overwhelming, which is why these professional judoka are really good at what they do, because they pair it very well. And you'll be able to see Ono White be able to do this in this little shuffle that we're analyzing. Getting their grip, moving, Ashiwaza. Now, notice how when he comes up for the Ashiwaza, he's also trying to get a different grip. Right there. That's the perfect time to try to get another grip. When you're doing Ashiwaza, that other guy is focused on the Ashiwaza and the movement. The last thing he's thinking about is another grip on him, because the other two are already so overwhelming, right? And that other grip is there to help him with his next throw. And as you can see, he ends up just getting a grip even without that Ashiwaza. But still, that Ashiwaza left France open for a grip. Now, I just almost showed you the good part. As you can see, blue did get this defensive lapel grip right here, but white also got a grip, and as soon as he got that grip, he let go. You know why? There's that Ashiwaza again. So much to think about, right? Get that grip. He gets his grip, Ashiwaza, boom. Comes in for the throw. Now, I'm not going to show you the throw yet. I'll tell you why in a second. Gets the Ashiwaza, he gets his grip. Now, part of throwing, again, is trying to be able to use their leverage against them so that it's easier for you to throw. Whether you do that with the pulling part of the throw, or you're just using their leverage against them, it's very important. So what he's doing right here is using that Ashiwaza and baiting France into moving into him, right? Now, every action has a reaction, and that's exactly what's happening here. He's getting the foot sweep. White is getting the foot sweep. Blue is reacting by pushing forward. White is going to use that momentum to go straight into an Uchimata. Just like that. Ashiwaza, steps. Every action has a reaction, right? Ashiwaza happened. Came forward. And you got thrown. One more time. Ashiwaza happened. Step forward. Got thrown. Now, this was ruled as a Wazari. Sorry. This was ruled as a Wazari. Depending on the referee, it could have been Nippon. But this little match is just really nice to watch, because it just goes to show how much the gripping and the moving and the Ashiwaza can really set up for a nice throw. And it also shows that a judo match doesn't last forever. If you know what you're doing, it can last as short as 20 seconds, 15 seconds, however long this lasted, right? So watching the whole video over, going straight to the grips, going for those sleeves, moving, Ashiwaza, getting that grip, right? Ashiwaza, reaction, boom, throw. Very nicely done by Ono. This match keeps going. They end up calling it a Wazari, and Ono outgrips Blue again, and he throws for another Wazari, and the match is his. The entire thing only lasts for a minute, so it's not that long of a fight. I encourage you to go check up on it for yourself. If you have any questions about anything I might have missed or anything that you might have seen in the video, feel free to message either me or Carrie about it, and we'd be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. But again, the biggest takeaway from this video is that there's more to judo than just getting your grip and throwing, right? You got to incorporate staying in your fighting stance. You got to incorporate moving. You have to incorporate Ashiwaza and being able to feel the leverage of the other person. And just like that, some people might have called